What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, family? What's going on, people? What's going on, my people? It's boy Tony Guns back at y'all again with another Black Ops Band Dog TV segment. I want to talk to y'all today about a few things that's important to me, but more so, I believe what's important to men. I believe it's something that'll help men out, something that should help men out. And we're caused to give men purpose, to give man a purpose. I believe it's 7 pillars or 7 load bearers that gives man purpose. And we're gonna jump right into it. Well, before jumping into that order of business, you know, like I always tell y'all, the first order of business is and always is building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generations. That's what we're doing. Black Ops Band Dog, building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generations. But the order of business is 1, discussing those 7 pillars or those 7 load bearers that ultimately makes a man. Without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. The first load bearer, I'm gonna say is it's imperative for men. It's important for a man to establish an intimate relationship. Someone that you can pour your heart and soul into. Somebody that you can share and pour your energy into and honestly feel as if you're gonna get that in return. Knowing that you're gonna get that in return. That in turn, they or she imparts that same thing into you. She pours that same thing into you, that same love and intimacy into you. That's stronger than I don't know. I don't know what the strongest thing that I could possibly say, but that's stronger than too much. Whatever it is, whatever that could be, whatever that would look like, that's stronger than that. Trust me, when a man has a strong supporting cast that he's intimate with, it takes him a long way. So that's 1. It's building and establishing an intimate relationship. You know that saying how they say, behind every strong man is a powerful woman or a strong woman. That's the honest to God truth. That's the honest to God truth. It really is, because those are the individuals that help carry some of that load, that help take some of that burden that for whatever reason we put on ourselves oftentimes. Those are the individuals that help carry that. Sometimes even if they don't help carry it, they help you manage it better. Just their words that they give to you, that inspiration that they serve to you, makes you a lot stronger for it. But then 2, I'm gonna say, is family. Number 2 is family. Family, I oftentimes say family because family gives purpose. Family gives a man purpose. Family gives a man a reason to get up in the morning. Family gives a man a reason to stay up longer and later at night. Family gives a man a reason to check the doors 3 and 4 times to make sure that everything is right. Family gives a man purpose. Without that purpose, then what do a man have? What do we have to look forward to? What do we have to look out for? Who do we have to look out for? Family gives us that. That's the second load bearer or second pillar. 3, I wrote a job or career. Again, a job or career is what gives man purpose. It gives a man a purpose outside of his family. It gives him something to look forward to. Gives him something to work towards, a goal to work towards. Serves as a means of well-being for that second pillar, which is family. serves as a mean of well-being, being able to acquire certain things because of the work that you've put in to take care of those that you are in charge of, those that you are charged and tasked with taking care of. So a job and career. 4, I'm going to say regulate your poison. 4, I'm going to say regulate your poison. Some people are just, some people are angels, some people clean, clear. They don't do anything. But many of us have vices. Many of us have poisons. Many of us have things that we are addicted to, that we partake in, that we like. Some of them is absolutely horrible for us, and we need to do away with them completely. Need to do away with it as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. Others, you learn to manage it. So that's what 4 is. Regulating your poison, your drug and alcohol use. Regulating that. Notice that it's certain things that notice your reaction to certain toxins, to certain toxic abuses or drug abuses, alcohol abuse. Your reaction, your body's reaction, what you get from it, what it actually does for you. Balance and weigh the benefits of it. Now, I'm not here to be the holy roller, tell you just don't do it at all. Now I would suggest, you minimize it as much as possible, because the fact of the matter is, if it ain't natural, if it's not something naturally given to you or for you, oftentimes if you use it too much, it starts to destroy you, deteriorate you. It starts to deteriorate you, starts to eat away at you, make you weaker. Which leads me to what I would consider 5. Which leads me to 5. And what 5 I say is your health. 5 I say is your health. All of these gives purpose. But your 5th pillar or 5th load bearer, or your 5th PowerPoint, I'd say is health. That's what a man should focus on. That should be ever prevalent in a man's mind, in a man's psyche, in a man's thought, his daily health. Both his mental and physical health. Oftentimes, like when I come home from working hard, from long hard hours sometimes, I'm not that happy-go-lucky person right then and there. I have to explain to my family that I need that time to decompress. That's a mental health challenge. That's a mental health. Oftentimes you scheduling, you do so much because you have to be so much for so many different people. If you align yourself right, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to alignment. If you align yourself right, if you adopt certain responsibilities for certain people and certain things and certain avenues of your life, then you become busy. You become very busy. Become very busy in a manner that sometimes, if not regulated in the proper manner, that you can overwhelm yourself, and that becomes negative, and it ultimately has a huge impact on your mental health, which pours over into your physical health. So making sure that you focus on your health mentally and physically. But then, just with that, notice how they all segue into one another. Because now that just made me think of my 6th pillar. My 6th pillar is going to be master timing. Master timing. Like I was saying, the importance of mastering timing is not only because it regulates, it gives you a system. It gives you a system to hold yourself accountable. That's ultimately what it is. It gives you a system and a time frame, point of reference to regulate your time frame and to regulate the things that you need to do in your life. The time that you need to actually put into certain attributes that's going to benefit not just you, but the individuals that you're charged with their well-being. Like I constantly say, notice how all of these always go back to one another. All of these directly affects one another. There is not one without the other. And even if you're not perfect in every single one, you ought to adopt the responsibility to everyone as much as possible, as close as possible, because those are the things that's going to lead you to a more successful life. That is what's going to make you a more stronger, powerful, successful man in life. But master timing. Master timing and be as productive within that timing as possible. Learn to utilize time as a method, as a tool, and as a means to an end to get you where you need to be. Be as productive as possible within that timing. Be as productive as possible within that timing. And I ain't gonna harp on that so much because I got a PowerPoint that I actually want to stick to, that I really want to talk to y'all about. So that's that. That's the fifth one. So then with that, that's the sixth one. So with that, I'm gonna go right to the seventh. And this is, I just said 7. You continue, you can add more and more and more. For you, it might be 10. For you, it may be 5. I'm just saying 7. It doesn't mean that everything that I say is absolute. You have to absolutely listen to what I say because this is what I believe is going to get everybody. No. I'm just saying use this as a point of reference, as a starting point. A starting point. If you use these as a starting point and you genuinely practice these things on a regular basis, practice putting your time, energy, and effort into these things, you'll be better for it. So 7th, I'm going to say something I alluded to earlier, and that's alignment, and compass. Alignment. You say, Gunner, what you mean when you say alignment? What are you talking about when you say alignment? So what I mean when I say alignment, I mean the individual that you choose to align yourself with. It's very, very important. It's very important with regard to your load-bearing walls that you put up, your load-bearing pillars that you establish. And that's today's real order of business. Compass. Your moral compass. But more than that, men, we have to establish and align ourselves with strong and powerful men. A band of brothers. And you align them in a compass. As a compass. And you say, Gunner, what do you mean when you align them as a compass? As a compass. You contrive to accomplish something with that compass, with that group of men that serve as your compass. You say, what do you mean? How does a man serve as your compass? Well, let me explain to you what I mean when I say that. As a man, we should always have a north, south, east, and west. A north, south, east, and west. Men that serve as north, south, east, and west to us. You should always have somebody that is above you. Somebody or somebodies that are above you. That are greater than who you are today. Or that are greater than you are in your positioning in life. Because those individuals that are north of you, those individuals that are north of you are the individuals that pours you up. Those individuals are the individuals that pours into you. Those are the individuals that you look to for your strengths. Those are the individuals that you look to for your guidance. Those are the individuals that gives you more than you would otherwise be able to do on your own. Those are the individuals that serve as motivating factors or inspirational individuals in your life. Those are the men that have built and established something greater than what you have right now. The men that are north of you. But it's imperative that you have the men that are south of you as well. It's imperative that you have men that are south. Why? Because then that gives you an opportunity to be someone else's north. And again, that gives a man purpose. That gives you the opportunity to be someone's north. That gives you the opportunity and responsibility that you should ultimately adopt to be someone's north. Somebody or somebody's that you pour into. Somebody that you give your all to. Somebody that you give your best to. Somebody that you pull up when he needs that hand to be pulled up. Somebody that relies on you. Believes in you. That's who you should be. That's who you should be. You should make sure that you are always somebody's north. You should always make sure that you have somebody or body's self. Which brings me to my next two. Your east and west. Your east and west. Your east and west are your band of brothers. Your brothers and soldiers at arms. Your warriors at arms. That are there on the side of you, fighting alongside of you, fighting that same battle, fighting those same wars, fighting that same exact positioning, utilizing their norths and their souths to better themselves, but fighting along with you that has a kindred spirit, kindred mindset, that you know have your back 120%. Those individuals that can oftentimes pour into you as well. Those individuals that oftentimes will pull from you as well. Those are the individuals that you can count on in those hard and harsh times that you have to face. Those are the individuals that you count on that says to you right then and there that I don't have to face this alone. I don't dare face this alone. I don't need to face this alone. I got my brothers in arms, east and west of me. But bear in mind, we're talking about a compass. And realize when navigating life, when navigating in general, depending on your location, depending on the twist and turn and direction that you're going in, that north, south, east, and west oftentimes change directions. My God. I just said something. Depending on where you are in your life, depending on who you are in your life, the positioning that you're in, your north, south, east, and west, oftentimes change depending on your direction. Oftentimes, depending on your direction, guess what? Your north could become, your north and south could become your east and west. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your north and south, the individual north of you that you rely on, and the individual below you that they rely on you. Oftentimes, depending on your position and how you position yourself, becomes your east and west. That's the way a compass works. That's the way it works. That's the way it works, folk. They become your east and west. They become your brothers at arms. But guess what happened to your east and west? Jesus Christ, they become your north and south. Yeah. Your east and west, depending on your point of reference, becomes your north and south. Individuals that you rely on to pull you up and know that you have to pour up or pour into. Ain't that something? Establish a moral compass and then govern yourself by that moral compass. And then once you establish that moral compass, make it your business to gravitate towards a few good men to serve as that physical compass for you. and establish your north, south, east, and west. Establish your coordinates with those group of individuals. Building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generations. Black Ops Bandog TV. Live strong or die weak. Ain't no pressure. Live strong or die weak. Ain't no pressure. Do man shit. Regardless of what you do, be hard. Be deliberate. Be real. Be that dog. Get that dog out. Get that dog out. And remember those 7 pillars. Remember those 7 pillars. Those 7 load bearers. Those 7 power points. 1, establish intimate relationships. 2, establish family. 3, job and career. 4, regulate your poisons, alcohol and drug use. 5, health and mental health, mental and physical. Number 6, master timing. Be productive within that timing as much as possible. And 7, alignment and compass. Establish those 7 pillars. And with you it may be more, with you it may be less. But as long as you establish those things and generate or create this type of list for yourself and abide by this list that you establish, you work diligently at it, you become better for it. Until then, I'll holler at y'all. Do man shit again.